Well, we were telling you earlier about how Moderna plans on asking the FDA for emergency use for its coronavirus vaccine.
Now, it comes right after Pfizer asked for the same thing for its vaccine. And joining us now is Dr. Timothy Quinn with Quinn Healthcare to discuss the vaccine. And Dr. Quinn, I guess we really need to know, what's the difference between the vaccines?
Well, there's not a whole lot of difference between the two vaccines other than Pfizer, they submitted theirs for emergency use authorization last week, and today Moderna, they submitted theirs to the FDA for emergency use authorization. Pfizer has an effective rate of 95%, and Moderna, they are listing 94.1% effective as far as preventing COVID-19 according to their clinical trials, and 100% effective as far as preventing severe disease from coronavirus as per their phase 3 of their clinical trial. So everything is really looking promising right now.
So are there any big hurdles that they may be something unexpected that they have to get across before they can get this emergency use authorization?
I mean, everybody is really confident right now. I mean, basically these clinical trials, they've been followed very much with very strict protocols. They've dotted every I, crossed every T. The medical director for Moderna, he actually became emotional when he got the results of the clinical trials. He said he actually cried, which was very exciting because, I mean, this man, you know, we've been doing these clinical trials. A lot of companies have been working together, and these results are just phenomenal. And the side effect profile, I mean, there is some where some individuals would develop mild flu-like symptoms, maybe a little fever, a little headache, a little muscle ache, but not enough to stop the trials. And that's a really good sign that, you know, there were no significant adverse effects. So, I mean, the bottom line is we are looking really good right now.
And yet the problem is we still have people who are scared to take this thing. How do you convince people that it's safe?
And I think also, Dr. Quinn, on that same line, you know, we saw what happened with the AstraZeneca. You know, they had a little setback there, so people, you know, that kind of fueled that. I'm not going to get this thing.
Right. But I mean, we have to just trust the science. And I, as a physician, a scientist, I look at the data. And the data is overwhelmingly showing that this medicine has very few side effects, you know, such as the headache, the fever, the muscle aches, which subside in a number of days, mostly within 24 hours. And this is a very small percentage of the people that get the vaccinations. But at the same time, you know, looking at the research, they used a very good cross of individuals that were elderly, minorities, those with chronic medical conditions, vulnerable people, and overwhelmingly, all of these individuals, 94% did not get COVID-19 if they received the vaccine. And those that did get COVID-19, which were very few, less than 6%, they did not have adverse disease, even in the case where they even had vulnerable situations where they were slightly immunocompromised. So, I mean, the bottom line is the proof is, I'll say in the pudding, that this is going to be good.
All right, wow. That's very positive news.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Quinn.
All
appreciate it. Maybe that'll be an early Christmas present you get into us here. Thank you. We'll talk to you later, sir.